I don't usually talk about this. I've tried to forget it. I really have. But some things stay with you no matter how hard you try to push them away. This happened to me about 2 years ago. I was alone. It was 3 a.m., and I made a mistake I still regret to this day. I played Charlie Charlie, and something answered. It was a Friday night. I remember because I had just finished work and I was exhausted. My roommate had gone home for the weekend. The apartment was completely empty. Just me. I ordered food, watched some videos online, and somewhere around midnight I stumbled across a video about the Charlie Charlie Challenge. I'd heard of it before. I always thought it was stupid. Just a pencil game. Just kids scaring themselves for fun. I laughed at the people in the video. I actually laughed. I had no idea what I was about to do to myself. I don't know why I did it. I think it was the boredom, or maybe something else. Something I can't explain pulled me toward it. I went to the kitchen, grabbed 2 pencils and a piece of paper. I drew the grid. 4 squares. Yes. No, yes. I placed the first pencil flat on the paper, then I balanced the second pencil on top of it. My hands were steady. My mind was calm. I wasn't scared, not yet. I leaned forward and I said the words out loud for the first time. Charlie, Charlie, are you there? Nothing happened. I sat there, feeling ridiculous, talking to pencils alone at 3 a.m. like an idiot. I almost packed it up and went to bed. But then, the top pencil moved. Slowly, so slowly I thought I imagined it. I told myself it was the air conditioning, the ventilation, anything logical. But it stopped perfectly pointing at yes. I stared at it for what felt like forever. My mouth went dry. And then, I don't know why I did this. I asked another question. Charlie, is there someone in this apartment with me right now? The pencil didn't just move this time. It spun. I pushed back from the table. My chair scraped the floor, and the sound made me jump. I looked around the apartment, the living room, the hallway, the front door. Still locked. I checked. I triple-checked. I was alone. I had to be alone. But the feeling in that room had completely changed. It felt heavy, like the air had thickened, like something had walked in and sat down next to me, and I just couldn't see it. I picked up my phone. I almost called my roommate. But it was 3 a.m., and I didn't know what I would even say. Hey man, I played a pencil game, and now I think something is in my apartment. I put the phone down, and that's when the lights flickered. Once, twice, 3 times. The lights flickered and then held. I sat completely still, not breathing, just listening. And then I heard it, coming from the hallway. Footsteps, slow, deliberate, like someone who knew exactly where they were going. I grabbed my phone and turned on the flashlight. My hands were shaking so badly, I almost dropped it. I pointed it at the hallway. Nothing. Empty. But the footsteps had stopped right outside my bedroom door, and the door was slowly opening. I don't remember walking to the hallway, but I was there, standing in front of my bedroom door. It was open about 6 inches, just enough to see the darkness inside, just enough to see the mirror on my bedroom wall. I always hated that mirror. It was there when I moved in, too big, too old. The frame was dark wood, almost black. I used to joke that it looked like something from a horror movie. I wasn't joking anymore, because in the reflection of that mirror, I saw something standing behind me. I spun around, nothing was there. But when I looked back at the mirror, it was still there. I ran. I'm not ashamed to say it. I grabbed my keys, my phone, and I ran out of that apartment. I didn't stop until I was sitting in my car in the parking lot with every door locked and every light on. I sat there for 2 hours, just shaking, watching the entrance to my building. Nothing came out. Nobody followed me. At least, nothing I could see. My neighbor found me in the car at 5 a.m. She knocked on the window, and I screamed so loud she nearly had a heart attack. She asked me what happened. I told her I thought I heard an intruder. I didn't mention Charlie. I didn't mention the mirror. Some things sound too crazy to say out loud. I went back the next morning. Daylight. My neighbor walked with me. Everything looked completely normal. The apartment was exactly as I left it. The front door was still locked. The windows were closed. And on the kitchen table, the pencils were exactly where I left them, still crossed, still balanced, but the paper underneath had changed. When I left, I had written 4 words. Yes, no, yes. Now there were only 2 words on that paper. Both of them said the same thing. Yes, in handwriting that wasn't mine. I threw everything away. The paper, the pencils. I even threw away the mirror. Paid 2 guys to carry it out, and I never looked back. I told myself it was over. I moved apartments 3 months later. Different building, different area, different everything. For a while it worked. But about 6 months after that night, I was unpacking boxes in my new place. And at the bottom of one of the boxes, a box I had packed myself, I found a piece of paper I had never seen before. 4 squares. Yes. No. Yes. And 2 pencils sitting on top of it. Crossed. Perfectly balanced. I live alone. I packed those boxes alone. I have never touched a pencil since that night. I don't know what Charlie is. I don't know if it's a demon, a spirit, or something else entirely. What I know is this. Before that night, I didn't believe in any of it. Not ghosts, not spirits, not things that go bump in the dark. I was logical, rational. I needed proof for everything. Now I need the lights on to sleep. If you've ever played Charlie, I want to know what happened. Send me your story, because I have a feeling I'm not the only one. And Charlie, if you're listening, I'm done playing.